What is up, Reds? Welcome to the Sunday Summary season finale day. It's unreal, Steve. Quadruple still alive. Steven Gerrard could do it for the boys. What's up, man? How you doing?
Well, we started the day off with some technical difficulties
Of course.
with the microphone. And
like
what
any
I
other
found out
Sunday.
is the problem is StreamYard because I use the microphone on Zoom all week for work. No problems. So I don't know if StreamYard just needs to figure it out, but if I sound okay right now, then we're good to go.
I think you sound great.
Let me know in the
Personally.
chat if we have any issues here, folks.
Yeah, Alexi, Liz, Dermot, James, what's going on? Good morning to everyone. Steve, my question for you is, can Steven Gerrard do it?
He can, but they don't really have, I shouldn't say that. Like they could jump up to like the 10 spot depending on some other results if they win. And that's big to finish like top 10, even 11. I think right now they're like 14 or 15, somewhere in that
Yeah.
range. It looks a lot better being like middle of the table rather than like a couple spots from the relegation zone. So
Right.
they definitely have something to play for. Obviously, City have way more motivation today because it's all they got is the Premier League. It's the only trophy they can win. So can he do it? Yes. I think they have quality players up top. Ings, Watkins, Coutinho, you know. I just don't trust their defense much. I don't think anyone does, not even Gerrard. But who knows? Maybe they park five at the back and try to hit them on the counter. I mean, City lets up goals. There's no doubt that they're susceptible. So I just don't want to see like a 5-0.
Of course.
Like
And
I
there's
want to
always
see
a
them put up a fight.
Dude, there's always a possibility that City just come in and steamroll Villa, and we're just like, all right, we're just that was bound to happen. But shout out to James Man City in the chat. Always welcome other fans in here. Get ready to get roasted, but that's okay. Welcome. And then yeah, dude, we got so many traditions on this channel. It's between StreamYard technical difficulties, between Steven can't pin, between James freaking Milner. Although that's not really our tradition, that's Liz's, but we got a lot of traditions on this channel. Okay. 46,000 points up at Christmas. Sepp Vandenberg, right winger, greatest of all time. We got a lot. All right. But look, Steven Gerrard, Aston Villa, good quality side. I'm not expecting them to win, but I think they could pull out a draw, and that's all I'm asking. That's not asking for a lot, Steve, because I personally feel confident against Wolves. If you look at how Man City handled Wolves recently, they went in and destroyed them. Okay, so I feel like we should have no problem with Wolves.
Well, it's going to depend who we field.
But is it though? I don't know about that.
I think, well, from what I saw recently, Salah, Virgil, Fabinho are all like in contention, but
Mm-hmm.
Klopp might not want to risk them, which
I wouldn't.
is totally understandable. If those three players aren't in the lineup, I think it's a closer game. If we field the strongest 11 possible, Thiago, all the boys, Salah, which probably won't happen, Salah, Fabinho, and Virgil, at least all of them probably won't happen. I think we could win this game like 4-1, 4-0. Like it could be a big one. If we field a weaker lineup, it could be a closer game, it could be a nervy game. But either way, it's just got to be a win. There's no I don't care.
At least cover our base, right? Do our job, and then hopefully Villa can can go against the grain here if we look at the previous fixtures, right? I mean, head to head in the Premier League era, you've seen they've played 43 times, and the power's in Man City's favor. Previous matchups, it's all City. It's 2-1, it's 2-1, it's 2-0, 6-1. Good God, and then 3-0. Form guide. Ville have actually fallen off recently against Palace and Burnley with draws. Of course, they played us 2-1. I thought they looked like a great side when I watch them play. And then a 3-1 against Burnley and then 2-0 to Norwich. So not exactly, aside from us and maybe Crystal Palace, the most difficult schedule heading into this match. So you look at Man City against West Ham, Wolves, Newcastle are in good form. And then if you take out Leeds and Watford, Man City and this is just me going off of like, recent form. I know we're not really big into like previous fixtures affecting this one, but I honestly do believe that if Man City have something to play for, they've recently played against West Ham, they're probably going to come in and destroy Villa, dude. I'm sorry. I'm just going to say it, guys. Like, they're going to beat Villa. Like, right?
Yeah,
Should I be crucified for
probably.
that?
No, no. They should. Villa's not in terrible form though. If you look at this,
Yeah.
Crystal Palace is a tough win at times. We know how tough Burnley can be. Like 2 draws, they didn't lose those games. Like that's okay. They lost to us, but again, that was a tough game for us. And
Yeah.
then beat Burnley, previously beat Norwich. Like this isn't bad form. 1 loss to Liverpool in your last 5.
Yeah,
That's not
no, it's
bad at
not
all.
bad. It's not bad at all.
Um, but
Mm,
that being said, City are a little banged up. There's players that are coming back, as you can see here in the chat. Jersey Boy mentioned Stones and Walker. I think James had mentioned that earlier as well. Who knows? Who knows who he's going to field? He's got plenty of options. But, I would imagine some of those guys coming back aren't 100%. So we'll see
one
what the
can only
lineup's
hope.
going to be.
One can
Yeah,
only
look,
hope.
Villa's dangerous. That's the thing. They're dangerous on
Yeah.
the attack. Like they can pull a goal out of nowhere. It's the defense that's worrying. Can they
Right. And
hold City to 1 or 2 goals and try to get a couple themselves? They're going to struggle in possession, of course. Like this is going to be a 70-30 possession match. Can they defend well enough? Can they not foul? That's going to be big as well.
that's gonna be the
Um,
question. What's his face? Konsa's out. I don't know. I think he might be out for the rest of the season, meaning today only. And then so you got Tyrone Mings, whoever's playing next to him. But then Matty Cash, what's his face? Luca Digne. He's been playing Douglas Luiz in that pivot spot. I mean, look, you look at Aston Villa's squad, they're actually really good. All right. I'm not going to say they're great, but they're a really good mid-table squad. You look at the other mid-table teams, and I'd honestly take Aston Villa over most of them, with the exception of, like, all right, head to head, would you go Wolves or Aston Villa, player for player?
it's Aston Villa. Come on.
Same. Right. Aston Villa. Right. Head to head with Crystal Palace. Who you taking?
It's Aston Villa.
Yeah, it's
No, they
close.
got a good squad. It's
They have
just
a they have a great squad. Um, I just think if anything's going to win this game for Aston Villa or take points away from City, I should say, it's exactly what Leon said here. Excuse me, Oyvind. It's destiny, dude. It's destiny. It's heart. It's like the desire to take points, not the talent. I don't know, man. I don't know.
yeah. I think if you put Villa in any other league in Europe, they're a top 8 side.
That's a good
I mean,
shout.
like I mentioned, today with a win and a couple of their results go their way, they could bump up to like tied for the 10th spot on points.
Mm-hmm.
Their goal differential is, I think, -1, or it's not great. So
Well, yeah,
they
it's
might
not.
not finish in actual 10th, but they could finish like tied for the 10th spot in points.
Yeah.
So it's the toughest. It's the toughest league in Europe. You put them anywhere else, they're top 8, top 7 or 8. I feel confident in saying that. I think they have good players. Again, they're dangerous. They just need better defending. So we'll see what
I
happens.
I agree. But better central defending. I think their outside defenders are pretty good. But if we're looking at the head-to-head stats here, guys, Man City we don't even need to talk about Man City's stats. They have great statistics all across the board between average goals conceded, excuse me, clean sheets, all that stuff. Aston Villa, as Steve mentioned, they're in a negative goal difference, which would attribute to having an average goals conceded of slightly higher than goals scored per match. But still 11 clean sheets, still over one chance created per match. Um, Again, statistics don't mean too much, but hey, John McGinn, man, leading the charge in that midfield. Remember, we were linked with John McGinn for 50 mil, Steve. Don't forget it.
Jesus Christmas.
You remember that? That's nuts.
I remember all the nonsense that's been thrown around here. Leon says, how's it possible not to just have a last day like this, but with Stevie manager needing to do Liverpool a favor to win the league? It's in the stars. It's easy to look back. We do this every week. I do this every week. I look back and pinpoint like specific matches, right? The West Ham loss, the Brentford draw. If we look at the other side, City's, Rodri handball. I think
Oh
last week
God.
was an own goal to draw. Little things like it happens both ways, but like you can certainly pinpoint certain scenarios where the ball just either bounces your way or doesn't. And I think we've been on the wrong end of the spectrum for that, and City have been on the right end of the spectrum for that in terms of just luck. Again, this is no knock on City; like they dominate possession pretty much every match. So like things happen. You put shots on target, deflections, own goals. These things happen. It is tough to come down to the last day, though. I mean, it's not in our hands. We have a job to do. We can handle our job. But even if we finish second, I'm going to change my tune here because I've been pretty negative the last few weeks. Like this is a season to be proud of.
Yeah, you have.
This points tally, if we win today, I was reading, would win the league like 25 out of 30 years.
And
Something like that.
it's the biggest
The
joke.
exact numbers don't matter, but
It's the biggest joke, and I'm sure Man City fans actually no, Man City fans should definitely not feel the same way because they're on the brink of a fourth Premier League title. But it's like Liverpool fans after 30 years of not winning it, we finally win it. And now that we're so good, we're getting into the high 80s, high 90s in points every single season. Now all of a sudden we got to compete with City to win the league. It's just annoying. It's just
without
annoying.
City, we wouldn't be pushed to these results, however. So you can look at it the other way. If we didn't have competition like this, like I think it's a safe bet to imagine we'd have less points. But if it could just go our way one time, that would be fine. Like we won the league, but we ran away with it a few years ago. Like maybe this close title race could just go our way one time.
Maybe.
And I tell you what, if we win the league today, I'm 90% sure we're winning the Champions League final.
Dude, I 100% agree with that. If we win the league today, there's almost nothing stopping us from winning the Champions League final. Like, how could you not? You know? But if we go back, there's nothing really more to look at here with, Aston Villa and Man City. All we can do is really hope. We can just hope, guys. We can hope Aston Villa show up to play. I think it's at the Etihad. So again, it's gonna be a big one, guys. I need Aston Villa to do something. I need Steven Gerrard to get in the ass of those Aston Villa players and just motivate them. Because I cannot. I'm working today, and what I'm gonna hate is if I look down and I see Man City 3-0. Be like, are you freaking kidding me? But look,
Yeah, Victor says, talk about the final Champions League place between Arsenal and Tottenham. It's going to be Tottenham. They got Norwich today.
To be fair, I don't even really want to talk about that.
Yeah, that's the only thing we're going to say. It's going to be Tottenham.
Yeah, but it is going to be Tottenham. Now, this is a great thing to look at. I love how heavy this is to one side, right? You got Wolves with one win. But I mean, dude, look at this is great. This is great to look at. Previous results 1-0, 1-0, 4-0, 2-1, 1-0. Form guide is excellent. Wow, Wolves are in terrible form. Wow.
Draw against Chelsea, though.
Yeah,
I watched that match.
Well,
Chelsea
Chelsea
looked
are
really
in bad
bad,
form
but
too.
right.
That's crazy. I didn't know Wolves were in that bad of form. They're still in 8th, though. Still in 8th place. Not really scoring much. Again, it's unbelievable, Steven, when you look at the basic statistics like average goals scored, average goals conceded, clean sheets. We are literally exactly the same as Man City. Like across the board.
Yeah, that's the other thing at play today. Like in play today is like golden boot. It's the other one for keepers. Glove.
Yep. And we're gonna get into that next with like EA Sports Player of the Year. Now I'm guilty of this as well, Steve. We'll come back to this Wolves thing. Actually, you know what? No, we won't. We're gonna talk about this Mo Salah thing. All right. I'm guilty of this. So when I saw everyone was broadcasting it as Kevin De Bruyne just won Player of the Season. Okay. He won EA Sports Player of the Season,
Yeah.
which I didn't know. Steven had to point that out to me. Okay, because everyone's broadcasting it like he won Player of the Season. There's still PFA Player of the Season, which is actually the legit one, right? Like
Yeah.
EA, yeah, PFA Player of the Season is the legit one. That kind of irritates me. How all like the BT Sports and the Sky Sports, they're broadcasting it like he just won Player of the Season. They didn't mention it was EA Sports Player of the Season, and everyone, including myself, was upset because you look at the statistics: 22 goals, 13 assists for Salah. Then you got De Bruyne, 15 goals, 7 assists. All right. People saying Salah hasn't really shown up since the loss to Senegal. I agree. He hasn't been the same player, but he's still contributed. And it doesn't matter about split performances throughout the year. It's player of the season. All right.
Right. And the other thing to consider here is I think with De Bruyne winning the EA Sports like FIFA Player of the Season, like that's great. Congrats. But I think that means that he's not going to win PFA Player of the Year. I think he deserves a shout for something. He's played 29 matches. Mo Salah has played 5 more matches than him.
Yeah.
Like he's been available. Like that comes into account as well. The stats aren't even close. Like they're not even close. De Bruyne is known as a playmaker, and Salah's leading the league in assists.
That's insane, isn't it?
Yeah. It's like Salah's got 13. De Bruyne, would you say he has 8?
7 assists.
Okay, so Mo Salah has almost 2 times the amount of assists that he has. I don't think
Mo Salah, dude. I do not think of Mo Salah as a playmaker, but somehow he has 13 assists.
He always gets assists.
Yeah.
Even the year he was just goal crazy, that first year, 17-18, I think it was.
I think he still
He had double-digit assists.
Yeah. Maybe even more than that.
Yeah, he had at least 10.
Yeah. It's absolutely remarkable. I think it was always between Mo Salah and Kevin De Bruyne, right? I mean, that's just what it is when you have a title race like that's going on. I just want to take like a 2-second break and give a shout out to additional players that were nominated. Declan Rice is one. Okay. I want to give a quick shout out to Declan Rice. I think Bukayo Saka was in there as well. And then some other players. But look, Declan Rice, he's never going to win it. It's kind of like if Thiago was nominated. They're not going to win it. They're going to give it to the players with the most goals, most assists. Your team has to be doing well also. So it is a popularity contest. But at the end of the day, I agree with Steve. I think that the reason they gave Kevin De Bruyne EA Sports Player of the Year is because Mo Salah is going to win PFA Player of the Year. No question.
Mo Salah averages 9.2 assists per Premier League season. That's just the Prem.
It's pretty nuts.
9.2 assists per season, and he still has a match today.
Those are basketball stats.
Yeah, I mean, it's ridiculous.
Wow. So, hold on. Dermot says, yeah, I think Son and Kane deserve champions. Oh, that's okay. I thought he was talking about something else. Gary Richards says Salah might not get PFA Player of the Year. Well, of course, there's always a chance, but I'm almost positive he's going to get PFA Player of the Year. Okay. I just want everyone to understand that everyone's broadcasting it like Kevin De Bruyne won Player of the Year. There's multiple Player of the Year awards. There's the Football Writers Player of the Year. There's the Players Player of the Year. Am I getting them wrong? And then there's this one, EA Sports Player of the
you're
Year.
right. There's a million of them. Like Salah just won like Footballer of the Year from something different like a month ago.
It
Like
doesn't.
something random.
It makes
But
no sense.
the other thing is in PFA, in my opinion, the two players in the running, number 1 and 2, are Son and Salah. Like I think Kevin De Bruyne, at least in my opinion, is 3 in that race. So if Salah doesn't win it by some chance, it could be
Mhm.
Son.
Well,
It
is it
just it all depends.
now De Bruyne, or excuse me, Son? No, 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 no. De Bruyne, is he third on your list because of the lack of game time, or you legitimately think Son has been better?
Kevin De Bruyne is a better player, but that doesn't matter. Doesn't matter who's like the better player. It's an award for player of the season. Let's look at
Yeah,
Son's stats here.
yeah, because he's right up there. I think he has like 19 goals or something like
He's
that.
got 21 goals. He's 1 behind Salah.
Oh wow,
7
so even
assists. Same amount of assists as De Bruyne.
mhm.
21 goals.
So
And
maybe
he's
they'll
played
give it to
5 more
Son.
matches, just like Salah. He's played 5 more matches.
Yeah, and here Revenant and LFC Aaron here as well. Salah won Football Writers Player of the Year. So Salah's already won Football Writers Player of the Year according to this. All right, I can't remember if that's true or not. I trust you. There's EA Sports Player of the Year, and then there's PFA Player of the Year. I think the PFA Player of the Year, in all honesty, is probably the better one to win because your own peers vote for that one, right? That's the one where like the
It says
players
De
vote
Bruyne
for it.
won Player of the Season already, Kyle. When does PFA come out?
It's June 6th.
That's the one you want to win.
Yeah.
That's the one that Virgil won. That's the one that Salah won. That's the one that um, Diaz won last year, I believe.
Yeah. Dude, I Googled it last night. I mean, I got people saying I'm wrong. I got people saying I'm right. But I Googled it last night. PFA's player of the season is announced on June 6th, or maybe even later than that. "23 hours ago, De Bruyne won EA Sports Player of the Year." At least that, Steven, that's what you told me.
That's what it was. Yes.
Okay. Which I didn't even know was a thing. So you might as
EA
so
Sports. It's a
best player
fucking
on FIFA.
video game company.
Might as well be what it is. Best player on FIFA. What's it say here? Because I'm pretty sure. What you got, Steve? Anything?
No, I don't care about these awards.
So look. So Phil Foden won Young Player of the Season. We know that.
That's another one that I don't understand. Start 23 matches in the league and you win it. Your
Dude,
stats are nowhere near players like Trent, Saka. I mean, Bukayo Saka had an unbelievable season. Like
yeah.
quietly. Who else? Who else is in there?
I don't know. Hold on. Manchester City players unhappy with PFA as Player of the Year voting closes early. This is 6 days ago. This is what I'm saying. So, and this is City Extra. Trash. Let me see. Exceptional form in the second half of the campaign. So it's split up. However, despite the winner not being named until the middle of next month, this is what I'm saying. PFA player is not a thing yet. I knew that. Okay. Y'all trying to mess with me. I knew PFA player is not named yet. Okay.
No, that comes out after the season.
Yes. Okay. FIFA isn't
That is
real.
the standard for best Premier League player. Ruben Diaz, Virgil, Mo Salah. Hazard's got one. De Bruyne might have one.
Yeah. And just so this is what I'm talking about. So Revenite, Sky Sports, BT Sport, all of these places completely neglected to write what award it was. So yes, everywhere it's saying De Bruyne just won Player of the Season. he won EA Sports Player of the Season. There's multiple Player of the Season awards. All right. I just read here. I don't think I shared it with anyone. Shit, I didn't share it with everyone. But it said they don't announce PFA Player of the Year until the middle of June. It's after the season. All right. But I agree with Dermot. Why can't we just have one Player of the Year? You know? But I guess everyone gets a trophy now.
Yeah, it's weird. Like that could change from EA Sports. Like they probably just pay the most and they got their name on that award.
That's all it is. It's sponsorship.
Season's not over.
No.
Like if Mo Salah scores 5 goals today, there's no way anyone could justify that. Or if Son does, with 4 goals, 2 assists, just one of those crazy games, there's no way you could justify that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Leon, you look, there's so many players that could be brought up to be nominated. Okay. The thing is, so Trent was nominated. Jared Bowen was nominated. Declan Rice was nominated. De Bruyne, Salah, Son. You can only have so many players from one team. In theory, you could nominate Mane, Salah. I don't even know if you could nominate Van Dijk. You could nominate Allison. You could nominate Ederson. But these are there's certain goalkeeping awards. So again, Mane has had a good season, but it is nowhere near the season that Salah, Son, or those players have had, despite the fact that he has had a great season. But
I mean, Harry Kane's had a great year.
Harry Kane's had an awesome year as well. Yeah. So again, just to wrap this part of it up, I just want to say, guys, don't go by the headlines because the headlines only say Player of the Year awarded to this person. Correct. This person, Kevin De Bruyne, won Player of the Season, but it was EA Sports Player of the Season. There are multiple Player of the Season awards. And what they'll do is they'll try, it's better if they just put Player of the Season because it's more grabbing. People will go and click on it more. There's multiple Player of the Season awards, just so we're all on the same page. Yeah. Anyway,
so there's Mo Salah's a 75% chance to win from some random site here.
So the odds, the official odds, I guess, Salah's 5-2, De Bruyne's 9-4.
Salah's 1-3.
I guess it depends on the site, whatever.
Yeah, it does depend on the site.
Yeah. I don't know odds either, by the way. I don't do that stuff. Math is hard. However, it's not hard when you're up 46,000 points at Christmas. So I'm just saying. Now, Dermot. Well, first off, Steve, I want to do, before we get into the latter part of the show where we kind of free ball it, what are your lineup predictions for today? Does Klopp go strong as possible, like you were asking earlier, or does he rest certain players and not take a chance because we have the Champions League final? Given that the last 2 games, dude, I did not expect him to rotate as heavy as he did against Southampton. And look what he did against Southampton. That was insane. The balls on Klopp are like this. All right, for doing that against Southampton. So what do you think?
I have no idea who he's going to start because I don't have any idea who's actually fit and who's on the brink. I think anyone that's close will suit up.
Mm-hmm.
And I also think there's an element here of thinking about how our first half goes and then also looking at the City match. You put Virgil, maybe you put Virgil, Salah, Fabinho, they suit up. Maybe some of them play. Maybe they're all on the bench to start.
Mm-hmm.
But, we go up 3-0 at half, 2-0 at half. There's no point in maybe bringing them in. But if it's 0-0 for us, or we're down, let's say 1-0, and the City match, City's losing or City's in a tight game, maybe then you just pour it all out. You leave it all out there and you give them a whole half or 30 or 35 minutes to at least get us a victory.
So you
that
think
could be something to consider as well.
You think Klopp will be monitoring the City match?
Everyone will be monitoring the City match.
I'm aware everyone
He
will
won't be looking at it, but his assistants and the club will. And he'll know what's going on at all times.
So I'm sure he'll know,
1000%.
but do you think he'll game plan based on that? Because I don't. I think he'll keep in mind that we have a Champions League final coming up a week from now, or a week from yesterday.
Well, if they're fit, they're fit.
Right.
And they can play. I would say if I was a betting man, I'd say he'd go with a lot of rotation and leave those guys out. But they'll
Me
suit
too.
up if they
Me
can.
too. Yes.
And that's why you see what's going on in the other matches. You see how the game is going, and then maybe you make changes and put in some of these stars in the second half if it makes sense. Like, I don't think you'll see all three of them in the starting lineup.
So we'll go our starting 11 predictions. I'll go first. All right. Guys, feel free to leave your starting 11 predictions in the chat. Excuse me. Back four. I don't think Van Dijk plays today. Or maybe he does. I don't know, dude. Van Dijk is just a machine. He could come in and play if he wanted to. And I feel like Salah could as well. I haven't looked up any of the news. Maybe I should probably do that before I speak on it. But Allison's obviously going to be in goal. I'm going to go Trent and Robbo at the back. All right, here we go. Van Dijk's back in training, by the way. So Jurgen Klopp hopes Fabinho, Salah, and Virgil van Dijk can feature against Wolves. So
I think you'll see Salah.
Oh, Salah.
Because of the golden boot situation, I think you're going to see him.
Yeah. Let me see here. Fabinho has missed the Reds' last 2 games. This is what Klopp was saying. He said, my preferred solution would be that they all could play at the weekend for rhythm reasons, stuff like this, or at least could be on the bench. And then we can bring them on or not. But they are involved. But if not, then we take them from there. I cannot say 100%. So it's still a game time decision, it looks like. Oh, I forgot Joe Gomez went down. Didn't Joe Gomez? I forgot Joe Gomez went down.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. He had a scan. So anyways. So guys, what it looks like is that Klopp didn't want to give everything away. We saw Van Dijk was in training though. Mo Salah in training. Fabinho is probably the one that I'm a little concerned about. But based on that info, I'm going to go Van Dijk Konate at the back with Robbo and Trent. Maybe we'll see Tsimikas instead. Midfield, I'm going Hendo, Thiago, Keita. I don't think Fabinho starts.
Is Milner healthy?
Yeah. He was
I think you're going to see Milner today.
He was a monster last game.
I think you're going to see Milner today.
He had the most chances created on the pitch that game.
He's unbelievable.
Unreal.
I think if you can save one of the others by plugging in Milner and just see how it goes, I think that's a good bet.
Front three, I think
you could also potentially see Harvey. I thought he was great last time out.
I thought Harvey was good. I thought Curtis Jones has been great the last 2 appearances. Really, everyone's been good. Front three, I'm going Luis Diaz. Dude, Firmino was so good. You got to give Firmino a shout.
Bobby, Salah.
Mane? Do you go Bobby, Salah, Mane?
I think you throw it back in time.
You got to go back in time for today, bro. Yeah.
I think so. I think Klopp wants to get a lead in this match and then rotate second half.
You think?
So I think that's what he wants to do.
Mm-hmm.
But again, if I was a betting man, I think we're going to see rotation right from the start. He doesn't care about the golden boot. He does not care.
Of course. But when asked about it, Klopp did say that because the reporter asked about the race or whatever. He's like, yeah, I understand this, but we got bigger things to think about, And he's right. We got bigger things to think about than the golden boot. We got a Champions League final coming up, guys. All right. Anyways, what do we got here? Ian Richards says Allison, Gomez, Konate, Matip, Robbo, Fabinho. So Gomez is out. Konate, Matip. I could see that. I honestly could see a Konate, Matip back 4. Thiago, Hendo, Diaz, Mane, Salah. It almost seems as if Diaz, Mane, Salah is our preferred starting front 3 over the past 2 months. But I still think Firmino gets a shout, dude. He was phenomenal. Phenomenal last match. Like, honestly, I was like, wow, Firmino looks so good.
Yeah, I think him, Curtis, Harvey Elliott, I think they were all great. I think everybody played pretty well. But it was nice to see those three get
Absolutely.
some minutes. You could see Curtis today. We got a little super chat here from Liz. Final
Hey,
day of the season, and it's all happening.
we got two. We got two coming in. I love it, guys. Thank you so much for the support. Liz, final day of the season, it's all happening. Absolutely. It's gonna be epic. I'm
I'm
pissed
sad
that's
it's
over.
over.
I'm
sad it's
really
not.
sad it's over, dude. This is a once in a lifetime season. And then Oyvind here. Don't think City has won the title in a title race at home since Aguero. Their players will be under the most pressure ever in their careers. 1-1. Oh, Oyvind, I hope you're right, man. I hope you're right. Oh, dude, it could happen. It could happen. Thanks, guys, for the monetary support. It's much appreciated. Dermot, Milner was fantastic in the FA Cup final. Last game was awesome. Maybe Milner might start instead of Keita in Paris? Oh, I don't know, dude. Ooh.
No, I don't think you're going to see either of them in Paris.
You don't? You think
Hendo,
Fabinho,
Thiago.
Hendo, Thiago? Yeah.
You have to.
Yeah, you're right. You have to.
Last time we played Keita against Real Madrid, it was a joke. We
Oh,
got
that was a
ripped off, and
disaster.
who came on? Millie. You could see Keita today, but I don't think you'll see Keita start the final. I just think that's ridiculous. Unless Klopp sees something from a tactical perspective, but you put your best foot forward in the Champions League final. I think regardless of who you're like thinking about matching up with, but like we need experience in that final. Modric, Casemiro, Kroos, like I'd rather see Hendo out there. Hendo's played in huge matches all throughout his career.
100%.
Obviously, Fabinho, obviously Thiago. Like I don't think we even have to debate that.
No. I mean, that's our best starting midfield at the moment. It's what Klopp has gone with in the biggest matches of the season. Shout out to everyone. We're in triple digits today, over 100 viewers. Smash that like button for the Reds, for James freaking Milner, for StreamYard's technical difficulties, for Steven, for me, and for Bobby Firmino, dude. Just because. Bobby's back. Bobby's back. I'm telling you guys. Right in the nick of time for the end of the season, Bobby's back.
Love it.
All right. What else we got? Ben Models here. We could take a guess at this. I got the new Liverpool shirt for my birthday. Try and guess who's on the back. Harvey Elliott.
That's what I got. I'm going to go
Luis Diaz is a good one, too.
Diaz or Konate.
Konate is a good shout. Which one is it, Ben? Don't leave us in suspense. Henderson.
Oh, interesting.
Nice. I have my very first jersey that I got, or kit, excuse me, was a Hendo one. I still got it. So shout out to that. All right, what else we got? Dermot says, I think we win 2-1. I can't see Villa score. I think City will. Dude, that's what I was saying earlier. I just feel like City, as much as we want Aston Villa to pull a miracle, City might steamroll them, dude. It might be embarrassing for Aston Villa today. Like,
of course that could happen. But, dude, they played earlier this season. It was 2-1.
Yeah.
It was 2-1 against us. We barely beat them the first time. They turn up for big games.
I mean, there's no doubt in my mind that Gerrard is going to be in the ear of everyone. Just like, guys, we got to get this done. Not only for Liverpool. Like, I know we all want to think that's what he's saying, but he might even use that as like a pep talk in the locker room. He might say, like, guys, you know my career. I'm a Liverpool legend, but I'm here now. All right. So make me look good for both organizations today. All right. That's what I would be saying. I'd be like, make me look good, boys.
I think it's more so less about, hey, I'm a Liverpool legend. Everyone knows that. I think it's more so about like we have a chance to do something that's going to be remembered for a long time.
Yeah.
And that's rip the trophy out of City's hands.
Oh, that would be great.
Look, like I don't know what the general consensus is about City across the board, especially for the players. Like people are oil club, oil money, all this stuff. But if this Villa team can go down and, say they clawed back from, wherever they were in the table, 17th, 18th in the table. They, spoiled City's title on the last day of the season. They finished in the 10-11 spot. Like, that's bigger. That's more motivation rather than let's win it for Liverpool. It's like, let's shake things up for the league. Let's go down and be remembered. Let's make it so that Man City doesn't have, 4 out of the last 5 trophies or whatever the case may be.
Steve, you make me want to go play now. Let's go.
Hey, like, they got quality, man.
We've been talking about this.
But at the end of the day, it doesn't matter if we don't win. So, like, I'm concerned with us, and then Villas, obviously, second.
Yeah. Vase of flowers. What's going on? This is another tradition here on the channel. Does Nobby still have dysentery? That's a while back. That's like last year. Man,
I don't know. I'm not sure.
He got malaria on an international break. We know that. Oh my God,
Yeah.
Poor guy. Just shout out to Nobby because he's actually been healthy for the most part of this season. What else we got in here? There was something I was going to read. I can't remember. What it says. The domestic quad. What is the 4th? Community Shield. Oh, that doesn't count. Domestic quad. You're counting the Community Shield. Small club mentality. It's an exhibition trophy.
Goes in the trophy cabinet.
Oh yeah, I'm sure. Okay, screw you, Steve. You got to be on my side, though, dude. Come on. Look, guys, 120 people in the chat. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. We also got a new channel member in the house, Kenneth Hendrickson. Thank you, my friend, for becoming a channel member. Shout out to you. Make sure you go over to the channel member info and you can see all of the perks. You'll get the badge next to your name, all of that stuff. You'll also reach out to us on Twitter, and we'll send you the link for the access to our Discord group as well. Welcome, Kenneth. Shout out to you.
And follow us on Instagram.
Yeah, follow us on Instagram as well. What else we got? Well, look, Steve, let me hear your starting 11. I said mine. What's your starting 11 for today?
I have no idea, man.
Of course
That's the thing. I have no idea. I think you're going to see Tsimikas.
You think?
I think so.
I think that's a good. I think so too. Honestly, I do.
I think Konate, Matip, Trent, Thiago, Elliott, Henderson,
Mm-hmm.
and then the classic front three: Bobby,
Elliott and Henderson.
Mane, Salah. Yeah, I don't know. Just throwing it out there. I have no idea.
Steve, can you sing the Samika song real quick for me?
I will not be singing. I don't even know this song. You sing it.
Simi, Acosta Samikas.
What a legend. He's a great player.
He is, dude. He really is. What a guy. I'm with Kenneth here. Community Shield means nothing. It's garbage, bro. Absolute garbage. But again, if we win the Community Shield, I'm gonna be like, hey, we won the Community Shield. So
yeah.
That's nice.
Yeah. If you lose it, it's garbage. If you win it, it's cool.
Yeah, of course. You can be not hyperbolic. Jesus. You can be a hypocrite. You can be a hypocrite on the channel. That's all right. Look, Steve, you got any closing thoughts? I just want to say a quick shout out to our new channel member, Kenneth Hendrickson, as well as our super chats from our existing channel members, Liz and Oyvind. Very much appreciated, guys. All of your support for the channel goes back into the channel for, whether it's paying for the StreamYard subscription, thumbnails, equipment, everything. It all goes back into the channel. So we appreciate you guys very much for supporting the cause. Shout out to James Man City for sticking through the entire stream as a Man City fan. So shout out to you. Steve, closing thoughts. Also subscribe if you're new. Good God. We got over 130 people in here.
I mean, throw a subscribe, a like, share it, whatever you got to do. Closing thoughts. What a season. I'm sad that it's going to end today. We have a job to do. I wish we were relying on someone other than Villa, but I think it's an interesting match. City could steamroll them, yes, but it could also be close. They turn up for big games. Who knows? Maybe Pep overthinks the lineup. Maybe the little bit of luck goes Villa's way. Some penalties. I don't know. I just want to say thank you for everyone for joining us. This is the final match day Sunday summary of the season. We have plenty of content coming your way. We still have a final next week, but I like the Premier League the most. I think it's a little bittersweet that it's going to end in 4 hours.
God, man. It's not until you said that I realized that, oh my God, the city's going to end this season, or the season's going to end. This season has been one for the record books, regardless of the outcome, guys. It's legitimately been one for the record books. You had us down by 14 points. We clawed our way back, and we're bringing it to the final day of the season. Final day of the season for this to be decided. Not only that, Steven Gerrard, a Liverpool legend, has a chance to actually be a main or play a main role in us winning the title. How crazy is that?
It's so cool.
It really is just cool. It's super cool to think about, man. And then on top of that, you got United. They're trash, right? I mean, it's just Everton almost got relegated. They celebrated staying up like they won the Champions League title.
Oh, they're small.
That's a shame, is what it is.
Look, we've said everything we need to say about Everton this year. They are abysmal. They're abysmal. The best thing Lampard ever did was keep Everton in the league as a manager. Like, that's sad. They need to make changes. They've tried other things, though.
They've tried everything.
Like, Ancelotti.
That was a good acquisition.
I mean, for them, that's ridiculous.
Yeah. So was James Rodriguez. Like, those kinds of signings, I was like, wow.
Well, I mean, I think he's been washed for a while.
Well, I understand, but
no one lasts there. No one lasts.
No.
I feel like they field the same team every season. It's been Pickford for a long time. Richarlison, Calvert-Lewin. I mean, they brought in Allen and Decore. Like, those are good signings.
Yeah.
They're good. They just can't get it right. Anyways, the Blue Shite. We don't care about them. Big day today. Everybody enjoy it. And then gear up for the Champions League final.
Let's go, guys. Quadruple still on. Up the quadruple chasing Reds. Steve, I appreciate you tuning in. Everyone, thank you guys very much. Hit that like button on the video if you enjoyed the stream. And also don't forget to subscribe. It's absolutely free to subscribe to the channel. All you got to do is click the subscribe button. And Reds, let's hope we can pull this one out, okay? Thanks again for tuning in. And until next time, guys, take care.